Hello everybody and welcome back to another Tell Me When guide. Today I'm actually going to be sharing with you something that I did not come up with this. Okay, I'm just getting that out of the way. I did not come up with this. This is a friend of mine called Mevrian, or I can't really say it well. I always get tongue-tied when I talk about his name. But Mev came up with this and it's absolutely brilliant if you are a tank in this Mists of Pandaria. So here it is, all set up over here. And I've got all of the stuff that you're going to need in the description of this video, so you can just copy and paste this stuff. It's amazing. Alright, this one little guy, you know what this one thing does? This one little icon will monitor the other tank for every single debuff out there. So all the debuffs that need to be taunted, rather. So for example, you got Static Burst, Static Wound, Lightning Lash, Flaming Spear, Arcane Shock, Shadowburn, Overwhelming Assault, Eyes of the Empress, Defiled Ground, Shadow Breath Spray, Static Wound, all of that stuff, Triple Puncture, all of it, everything, okay? And if there's something that you find that's not in there or you want to update it yourself, then all you have to do is just put in like another colon and start typing whatever it is that you need to type in there. And that's all you have to do. It's the most amazing add-on in the universe, okay? And then in the units to watch stage over here, what I did was I put in focus, and then you can also put in the name of the tank that you tank with. So if you're tanking with the guild, and for example, if your guy's name is, for example, here II, you know, I'm tanking with him all the time, right? So I don't even have to set him as focus because I have units to watch set as II. So I only put in focus there really for if I'm, you know, on a pug raid or if there's just a different tank. I don't really want to have to type in his name. I just don't want to have to. So I've got it set up so that I can just set someone as my focus target, and then I'll see every single stack of this debuff on them, and I'll know when I have to taunt because it's going to be right over here. So otherwise, where I set it up was I said buff or debuff. I said either, because if it's a buff or a debuff, I don't want some of them being buffs or something and something weird like that messing it up. I just want either. I don't really care. Either works, buff or debuff. So you just tick either, and then you leave these alone. Okay, you can just leave those alone. Show states and opacity, you want it present, and show timer and show timer text, or if you're using LVUI, show LVUI timer text. And that's all that you really need to worry about. Or you can even set it up so that there's a minimum number of stacks that it will have before it starts showing, but personally I won't do that because it would just sort of weird me out, and I like to know every single one of the stacks that the person has. But you can set it there, for example, you can have minimum number of stacks set to like 2. If there's none of these that, you know, you have to worry about until the other guys at 2 stacks of them, you can set it to 2 if you want to. You can totally configure it however you want. But I would say this is probably the most amazing thing for Tell Me When to use, especially for tanks, because it can be quite hard to see what your other tank stacks are at, and it's actually a real nuisance. So I find that this is absolutely brilliant, and I recommend you go into that description and you copy and paste that setup because it is beautiful. It's all of the names, all of the names of the different buffs and debuffs and whatever that you have to watch out for. All of it in the description. You can just copy and paste that stuff into your Tell Me When bars. And I hope this helps you out and that you enjoy this and find it as absolutely amazing and easy to use as I do. And if you do, why not give me a like and some comments and some subscribes? It all helps me. It really, really does. Anyway, thank you for watching, and cheerio.